So today we'll discuss regarding writing of a grammar. So when it comes to writing of grammar, so here grammar is it's capable of describing the most syntax of programming languages. So this is the main intention of using the grammars. So it is going to describe the syntax of programming languages. And in this topic, we'll discuss regarding how to divide the work between the lexical analyzer and parser. So here we are going to consider some several transformations that can be applied to get a grammar more suitable for parsing. So that is the main intention of writing a grammar. So here one technique which we are using is elimination of ambiguity in the given grammar. So regarding the ambiguity, in previous class we discussed. So and we are going to use some other techniques like left recursion elimination and left factoring. So these will be useful for reconsidering the grammar. So that should be suitable for top-down parsing. Okay. So this is about the main intention of writing a grammar. So first we discuss about lexical analysis versus syntactic analysis. So first we discuss about lexical analysis versus syntactic analysis. So here the everything can be described by a regular expression and can also be described by a grammar. So when it comes to lexical analysis or syntactic analysis can be described using some regular expressions. So regular expressions generally we can form with the help of some like alphabets and repeaters like plus, star. So with help of these all things we can work with regular expressions like a plus b whole star or else a star. So these we call it as a regular expressions. So and here the thing is we are separating the syntactic structure of a language into lexical and non-lexical parts. So it provides a convenient way of modularity in the front of compiler into the manageable cited components. So what we are going to say that here we are having some points. So the first thing is so we are going to separate the syntactic structure of a language into lexical and non-lexical parts. So whatever we are having the structure, it is going to divide into two parts lexical and non-lexical parts. And second thing is, so we are going to follow the rules, lexical rules of a language for quite simple, and to describe then we do not need notation as powerful as grammars. And third one is, so when it comes to regular expressions, it provides easier to understand notation for tokens than grammar. So when you're going to consider any token, so regular expression will be provides very easy process when compared with grammar only. And this lexical analyzers can be constructed automatically, so with the help of regular expressions than from arbitrary grammars. So here we are going to consider, we are giving most preference to regular expressions than grammar and when it comes to lexical versus syntactic analysis. So lexical analyzer can be constructed with the help of regular expressions and in easy manner when compared with grammars. Okay, so this is about lexical analysis versus syntactic analysis. So what we are going to discuss here is, so whatever we are describing through grammar can also be described using regular expressions. That is the point here they are going to discuss only. So whatever the thing you are representing with the help of grammar, that can be represented using regular expressions. So how we are saying like that? The first thing is, so when it comes to lexical rules, so that can be very simple process to implement the lexical rules only. So we no need to go with grammars. With the help of regular expressions only we can define lexical rules. And another one is, so when it comes to regular expressions, it is very easy to understand the user than the grammar. So for example, if I mention the regular expression a star, it indicates it is going to take multiple of a's and a. If the same thing, if I represented with the help of grammar, it is somewhat different or difficult to identify that one. That's the thing. And maximum lexical analyzers can be constructed with the help of regular expressions only than the grammar. Why? Because so construction of lexical analyzer with grammar, it will be somewhat difficult, but when it comes to with the help of regular expression, we can construct in easy manner only. Okay, so that is lexical analysis versus syntactic analysis. Next one is, so eliminating ambiguity only. So we can eliminate the ambiguity, so with the help of grammar rewriting process only. Whatever the grammar they mentioned, so we are going to rewrite. So once you rewrite the grammar, then automatically we can eliminate the ambiguity only. So if you observe, if you take any grammar and if you find that that grammar is having any ambiguous, then we are going to rewrite that grammar. So once you rewrite the grammar, then we can eliminate the ambiguity whatever we are having only. So here we are going to take small example. So just a minute. Assume it I am having one grammar like some statement, if expression then statement, or if expression then statement else statement, or other. So here the other stands for any other statement only. So according to this grammar, so the conditional statement can be like this. Means if you write this statement according to this grammar, we can write like this: if E1 then S1, else if E2 then S2, else S3. So the statement it will be like this only. So for this statement I am going to write a grammar. So the grammar will be like this. So actually assume it, I am having one program. In that program I found this statement: if E1 then S1, else if E2 then S2, else S3. So if we consider this is the statement, for that statement I am going to write this grammar only. Okay. So first what we are supposed to do is we are going to construct a parse tree. So whatever the grammar they mentioned, we are going to construct the parse tree only. So if I construct the parse tree, so assume it will be like this. So if we are having some statement will be there. So it is having if, then expression, then statement, else statement. So just a minute. So generally, so this will be the parse tree for the given expression only. So statement will be there. So if expression, then statement, else statement. So what we wrote the expression, this is the if E1 then S1, else if E2 then S2, else S3. So for this given statement, the parse tree will be like this only. So statement will be there. If expression, then statement, else some statement will be there. Some statement will be there. So what is that statement? This is the statement. If expression, then statement, else some statement will be there. So this is one statement. We are going to consider this is one statement. Again, this statement is going to elaborate. So once if the statement is elaborated, again if expression, then statement, else statement. So this is the parse tree for the given statement, as usual for the given grammar also only. So here when you observe this one, so we can able to construct more than one parse tree only. For this grammar we can able to construct more than one parse tree. So if for any grammar, if you are going to construct any more than one parse tree, then we can say that it is ambiguous. So now we can consider that this grammar is having ambiguous only. Then what is the solution? So we supposed to reconstruct the grammar. So once if you reconstruct the grammar, then we can avoid ambiguity only. Okay. So and once you reconstruct the grammar will be like this. Means this grammar is having ambiguous. Means we can construct more than one parse tree. So here the unambiguous grammar will be like this. So statement, some matched statement, or open statement. So matched statement, it will be if expression, then matched statement, else matched statement, other. So open statement, it will be like this. So if expression then statement, or if expression then matched statement, else open statement. So this is an alternative grammar for the given grammar, and actually this is the grammar which we constructed for this statement. So if E1 then S1, else if E2 then S2, else S3. For this statement we constructed the grammar, but the grammar is having ambiguous. Then what we supposed to do is we need to rewrite the grammar, and it should be unambiguous. And so once you rewrite the grammar, it will be like this. So when I'm going to define the statement, it may be matched statement or open statement. And earlier the statement is only one statement I mentioned, but here I categorize into two types, matched and open statement. Matched statement is nothing but it may be if expression then matched statement, else matched statement, or else other. Other in the sense else part and without condition. So when it comes to open statement, it will be if expression then statement, or if expression then matched statement, else open statement. So when you observe this, matched statement is different statement and open statement is different. So I converted like this. Now we can't construct more than one parser tree for this grammar. So I converted into unambiguous. And so this is about eliminating ambiguous. And next one is elimination of left recursion. And so it comes under writing a grammar in the sense. Elimination of left recursion. So left recursion is nothing but a grammar is left recursive if it is having non-terminal a such that there is a derivation. So like a tends to a alpha for some string alpha and a. So when it comes to the statement is like this, then top-down parsing cannot handle the left recursive programmers and a. So to avoid that one, we require some transformation. So to eliminate the left recursion. So that we are going to discuss here. And so if it's taking like this, I can say that when we are going to say it is having left recursion. So if I consider one non-terminal a, so then there is a derivation will be like this, a tends to a alpha, for some string alpha and a. Then we say that it is left recursive. So if any grammar is having left recursion, then top-down parsing cannot be handled. And if any grammar is having left recursion, then top-down parsing cannot be handled. Then what we supposed to do is we need to transformation, and we need some transformation in the given grammar to eliminate the left recursion. Okay. So here we are going to take one small example. So we are having one algorithm to eliminate the left recursion only. So with the help of that algorithm, we can eliminate the given left recursion. So assume it we are having some grammar. It should be like this, and I need to convert the left recursion and eliminate the left recursion. So I can say that the grammar is like that: A tends to A C R A A D R B D R epsilon. So what I said that if any grammar is having in this format, A tends to A alpha, so means one non-terminal tends to same non-terminal with some string, then we can say that it is having left recursion. And so if it is having left recursion, then we supposed to eliminate that one. So we can eliminate with the help of some algorithm. Okay, so assume it if you are using this one, if you are using this grammar, so this grammar is having left recursion. And so here we can observe, here in this we are having, and here also we can find left recursion, means these two is having left recursive grammar statements. And so we supposed to eliminate. And so once we eliminate the left recursion, so it will be like this, the statement, the grammar will rewrite like this. And S tends to A or B, means I am going to substitute introduce a new variable. And so with the help of new variable I can avoid this left recursion. And so B D some A dash I am going to introduce, or A dash. Similarly A dash is nothing but C A dash or AD A dash or epsilon. So this is the grammar which I rewrote to elimination of left recursion. So this is the grammar. AC is there, so AD is there, BD is there, epsilon BD, and these two we don't have any left recursion process. And but here in this we found. And what I am doing is I am substituting a new variable and introducing a new variable S. It will be AA or B and D. So means, so wherever we have AA, that can be replaced with S, and B also if want. Okay, so why? Because the grammar should contain non-terminal and terminal combinations. Then A, it will be like this: B D A dash or A dash. What is meant by A dash? A dash is nothing but C A dash AD A dash epsilon. So means it may be the combination of epsilon also we can apply, and we can apply based on the situation, we can apply A1 itself. And so, and we can apply whenever we have A dash, it can be epsilon with epsilon here. So it may be C and AD. Okay, so AAD is there, then I can apply these things. Okay, so just I rewrote the given grammar to eliminate the left recursion. And okay, so and next we discuss regarding left factoring. So and left factoring is the grammar transformation technique. It is one type of grammar transformation techniques, and it will be useful for top down parsing. And so when you are going to apply top down parsing, so this left factoring will be more helpful to you. Okay, so just we are going to define the left factoring for the given grammar. So this we are having one algorithm, and with the help of that algorithm we can apply left factoring. So this is about writing a grammar. And so means when you're going to start a grammar, so the grammar should be able to work with all situations and so it should able to apply for top down parsing and bottom up parsing also. Okay, and should not contain any mistakes. Then what we supposed to do is, once you wrote the grammar, then you supposed to check whether the grammar is having any ambiguous. Then you supposed to eliminate that one. Is it the grammar is having any left recursion process? If it is having left recursion, then you need to eliminate. Again, you need to check whether the grammar is having left factoring. So if it is having left factoring, then you need to process that one also. Okay, so you need to remove that left factoring and to remove the left factoring, we are having one algorithm. So with the help of that algorithm, we can remove. So once these all things are solved, then we can able to work this grammar for parsing and lexical analysis purpose and without doing any modifications. Okay. So this is about writing a grammar.